Welcome, everyone, to Let's Talk Real Estate Investing. In this series, we chat with real estate investors in all different journeys of their lives, like whether they're inspiring novice investor to an expert, long-term investors. We speak to real estate experts too, like mortgage brokers, property managers, etc. And we learn about tips and little strategies or differences in strategies that everyone's using, because everyone is unique. And I really believe that we should build our unique strategy based on our needs, our goals, our dreams. So these sessions are to help everyone get ideas, and then you can take a bit from this person, a bit from that person, and then craft your own strategy. My name is Debbie Balfour, and I'm a real estate investor and a real estate investing success coach. In my coaching business, I help my clients create their personalized real estate investing strategy and help them scale efficiently so that they can start enjoying financial and time freedom. We're all unique, so each person's strategy should be unique to them. I'm really excited to introduce my special guest today, Krista Tunstead. Krista is a real estate investor. She's an animator, a single mom. She's a painter. She's a woman of great talents and doing a lot of these things on her own. She's based in Toronto, but originally grew up in Regina, Saskatchewan. Recently moved to the Toronto area. And she's the creator of rentmidterm.com. So her business specializes in co-hosting for short-term and for midterm furnished rentals. So we're going to chat with her a little about, what she's doing here and how she can help other real estate investors as part of what, her business does. She started her real estate journey between animation contracts. I think many of us, started our real estate investing or is doing real estate investing beside another business, beside another, like our corporate jobs, our full-time jobs, etc. So Krista's no different to the rest of us, and she's focusing on short-term and midterm rentals at the moment. But she has bigger dreams, which we'll chat with her about. Her ultimate goal is to raise capital to launch vacation rentals worldwide. And where she said she wants to showcase her paintings, to use those walls as canvases for her own paintings, gallery-sized paintings in those homes and retreats. And she intends on using real estate investing as additional cash flow to create multiple sources of income, to build her financial and time freedom and generational wealth for her. You got two kids, right?
Yeah, I have a 15-year-old daughter and a 12-year-old son.
There we go. So one of each, you're blessed.
Thank you.
So we're going to chat with Krista today about her journey in real estate so far. We're going to chat with her about some of the challenges that she's faced as a new real estate investor and some of the things that she's done to overcome those challenges and what her plans are for the future around that. And then also any advice for other novice investors. So, Krista, let's kick it off. Introduce yourself a bit more and let's talk about your journey to date in real estate.
All right, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, my journey started when I saw an advertisement and it said you could have a cottage for free. So I went to a webinar and I was very pleasantly surprised to find out there's ways for me to own property, because since I do contract work and I'm on EI a lot of the year, I didn't think I would ever own a property. And so I was very, very excited to realize there's creative financing and lenders outside of the bank that you could go through. And yeah, I joined that program in June. And then I spent most of the summer looking for properties and then running the numbers on them. And when I found one I thought that would work, I realized I had to put down $5,000 to $10,000 for to hold it, and then I had to get an appraisal, which was going to be another 500 to 800, and I wasn't prepared for those costs. I thought it was kind of like once I paid for the course, I wouldn't have any more costs, so I was a bit naive on that. But I'm grateful. I'm still in that course, and I still am wanting to find a cottage, but I realize I'm going to have to raise more money, so I want to raise money and learn about Airbnb, because that was the strategy. You find a 3-season cottage, and then they have a list of lenders that will help you renovate it to 4-season, and then you refinance it with an A lender, and then put it on Airbnb to afford it, and then you can just block it off and go to it when your family wants to go to it, like once a year or whatever. So I decided to look into how I could make more money, but stay within real estate investing to keep learning and stay in that kind of industry. I didn't want to just get like a second job or something. I really want to like learn as much as I can about real estate investing. So I started looking into arbitrage for Airbnb, where you rent a place and then you rent it back out on Airbnb. So yeah, I made a website, rentmidterm.com, and then I started looking for arbitrage units. And then I was talking to the real estate agents, and most of them were saying, no, our client isn't interested in this. But I would always say, oh, well, if you know any of your clients that would be interested, give them my website and my contact information. And then one of the real estate agents said he was actually thinking about putting his place on Airbnb. Would I like want to take a look at it and let him know what I thought? So I looked at his place and I said, yeah, this would do great and I can help you set it up. And then we agreed that I would set it up. And then I said, after I set it up, for anywhere between 10 to 20%, I could stay on to do guest management or the cleaners, maintenance, everything you need. And then he said he had his own cleaners and maintenance and that he would lean towards 10%. So now I'm co-hosting his place for him for 10%. And I've already started like finding cleaners and stuff. So I think I am going to probably on the next one, make it a little bit higher, because I'm going to have to manage the cleaners and the maintenance anyways. Even if they have their own people, I'm still going to have to contact them, get them to come over, manage the projects and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm just really grateful to have something where I don't actually have to put any money in. I don't have to do pay the monthly rent. I don't have to pay the furniture. It's already furnished. I just gave him a list of an Amazon wish list I made of additional things that he was missing in order to like have a good Airbnb rental. And then he bought all of those, and I made a clickable guide that's you can find on a QR code when you enter the place. It's in a frame with the fire escape map that I made. And then once you come in, there's like a welcome gift of like chocolates, popcorn, and water and stuff. And then there's a physical welcome book that you can open up, and it has recommendations of what to do in the area and everything like that. And yeah, I'm just excited to keep going. I still want to get my own unit, but I would love to keep co-hosting. I would love to get my own unit and go into vacation rentals. Like I want to have one in the city, one outside the city. I want to move into the States because it's more profitable there. I want to get multi-families in the States. I want to like eventually do hotels, resorts, but definitely short-term rentals in vacation areas that me and my family would be interested in going to, because I want to be able to like sell my art. So that was one of the things I was thinking of is, since I paint, I can sell my paintings, and it would make the unit seem a lot more luxurious, because I can just make giant gallery sized paintings. It only cost me $35 for the canvas. And then I also get my art out there, and I could say that they're for sale. So if people wanted to buy it, I would just say it's for sale by a local artist. I wouldn't like say it was mine. I think that would be a bit weird. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really excited where this is going. I didn't know this was possible. Yeah, I just used to like drive around my area and see like big houses and think like, what job do these people have? And then once I started looking into real estate investing, I realized like it's not like that. What job do they have? It's like, what are they doing with their money? Like they're making money work for them. They're not working for money. Like I don't think there's any job that anyone in the houses around me have. Like I live in a 1-bedroom apartment with my 2 kids right now, and I really wanted them to each have their own bedroom. And I want to have a garden in the ground, because I have like a bunch of plants on my balcony, but I've never had like a garden in the ground. And I want a fire pit, and I have like all these dreams for my family. And I think, yeah, I'm actually going to be able to achieve them through real estate investing. I'm extremely excited about that. And I don't feel I'm going to have to quit my animation career. because I love animation and I have no intention of leaving it. It was my dream when I was a kid, and I made it come true. I worked very hard, and that also has shown me I'm willing to work very hard on anything. So I know I'm willing to work hard in real estate investing, and the sky's the limit. Like with at my animation job, I just have like a salary, a set amount. But with real estate investing, I can just keep going, build teams underneath me, like work on my business instead of in my business, and just there's no limit. Just as far as I want to go, like there's so many possibilities.
That is amazing, Krista. I love your mindset. I've got to say this because I think mindset is number one. You can achieve anything if you when you know with the right mindset. And I love that you didn't look at it and go, I can't. And that's what there are a lot of young people out there, or a lot of people that, single people like yourself, moms. There are women who are, or men who are like starting over. They got a divorce. So they lost a lot as part of the divorce. Now they're starting from scratch, and they don't have any money, and they don't think that they can get into real estate investing, number one, because they don't have the money to do it. Number two, there are lots of people preaching like free cottage, which is not true, right? You actually can't go into real estate investing without any money. There's got to be, you have to invest some money, and you have to invest in yourself. You have to, invest, like you said, in a website, business cards. There are things that you do need to invest in. So that's a myth that you just busted right there from what you just said. Like you've paid for the course, you had to put money down to secure, you have to for appraisals, etc., in order to do things. The other thing I love about your journey is that you didn't look at it and go, oh, well, I can't own a cottage. I can't own something right now, so there's nothing that I can do. You didn't say that, like you didn't, not sure how to raise capital to find people, so I'm kind of stuck. You're like, well, what can I do that's in the realm that I want to do? So you started the hosting business. So you're gaining experience. You started something that's in there that's related to real estate. You're helping other investors. And because that's your dream, you're going to want your own places to rent out. So you're building that knowledge a little at a time through experience. And I love it. So you've started your co-hosting business. You're helping other investors who they're not interested in that. So that's another thing. Like, there are people that may like short-term rentals, but it is a lot of work. It's hospitality. It's not real estate investing. Once you get into short-term rentals, it's kind of a combination of, yeah, you invested and you spent money on this, but it's more than just, tenanting. It's that whole hospitality industry mentality and all the work that comes with it. All right. So you taking that off of another investor's plate and doing that work for them, while you're gaining experience, and you're building up that income that you're going to put towards your, doing the other things, which we'll talk about what your next step you're thinking about doing. But that's the thing. You look for opportunities of where you can build up. If you don't have money right now, a down payment, what can you do to get that money? Like, maybe you've got skills that like carpentry skills that you can help a real estate investor, and you can, offer them, like, either like offer them for 10% or 5% of their deal, right? There are other ways of doing it. And I love that you found that so quickly. But when we chatted yesterday, so we had an informal conversation prior to this podcast of me getting to know Krista. And there's something she did before she got into starting her short-term rental that was a good transition, something that she's doing right now. So can you tell us a bit about that, Krista?
Yes, for sure. I know what you're talking about. It's Turo. So when I joined that cottage program, I was like, how am I actually going to go see the cottages? I don't have a car. And then I thought, what would be a great idea would be to finance a car and then rent it out on Turo. And then I will have a car to go look at the properties, and I could practice the hospitality aspect, like and find out, do I even like dealing with guests, guest communication, having to have a car ready and cleaned, being flexible with all of that. And it's worked out awesome because it's not something that I could do to get rich, but I have a free car now, although I don't have it very often, but I can block it off when I want to be able to use it. And then since I normally work from home, I don't need a car to get to work. So it's available all the time. So it's mostly booked out all the time. And I'm practicing guest communication. Like somebody has my car yesterday. I spent time making sure that the next guest was taken care of because they're in New York and I'm in Toronto and they have an emergency where someone's in the hospital and they were stressed out and I'm smoothing it out for them, taking away their stress, saying, don't worry, you can extend the trip. And then going to the next person and saying, we're going to help you find a new car. And so I'm practicing all of that resolution guest stuff and making money. Well, I wouldn't say I'm making money, but I'm getting a free car. So yeah, and it's just practicing all aspects of short-term rentals, but on a much smaller scale of just a car instead of a property.
I love it. I love that mindset. I love, like, so this is like things that you can do, like, and ideas that you can transition from one thing to another. If you can do it in this industry, why can't you do it in another industry? Right. So I love that idea. And yesterday we talked about eventually her offering it with, the tour of her car with, with the cottage or with the places she's renting out. So but these are things that in real estate investing too that we can do. Right now it's a car. Next time it's going to be a vacation rental that you're going to have other people pay for, but you're going to get the use of it. So the other people are paying for your home, and then you're going to get the use of it. So it's the same thing. So how do you make your investments work for you to build the lifestyle that you want? And you're already, doing that so early in the game. So I think that is amazing. So what is your next step? What do you see? So you're working on your short-term rental hosting. And for anybody out there, reach out to Krista. She's looking for clients in the Toronto area. So reach out to her and if you're interested in even remote, she may consider it. So, reach out and have a chat with Krista. And at the end of this, we'll share her information, how to get a hold of her. But she has some other plans too, on how she's going to get this down payment for her place that she's going to own. So what's that next step, Krista?
Yeah, my next step is to do wholesaling and I've joined another course. Well, like you said, it's not like zero money invested. I think like joining courses and getting coaches is very, very important. Because if you're just talking to your friends and family and they have the same mindset that I used to have, where you have to have a job, you save up for a down payment. They don't realize there's creative financing things. It's not free, but it's a lot more possible than people realize to get into real estate investing. You don't have to just save up for a down payment. And so I'm in another course where they teaching how to do Facebook ads, where I will say that I can buy your house. So people don't have to go through realtors. And I think I'm going to be really good at that just because I have like the animation background and the art background to make these ads. And then I'm going to learn how to run numbers, which will really be helpful because I did that last summer and then I kind of stepped away into that hospitality Airbnb. But I want to get back into actually running numbers on places and finding out, like you were saying yesterday, what I can do to increase the value to pitch it to lenders and say, like, if you added a bedroom, if you added a bathroom, this is how much the after repair value would be, and to learn my negotiation skills. And then I can start raising capital to start launching my own arbitrage properties and start buying. Because I definitely, like, I want to do cash flow, but I also want to own property, not just arbitrage for like generational wealth and all that. Yeah, I want lifestyle, but I also want to start building the generational wealth. So I think doing wholesaling will be very helpful for raising capital and learning more about how to decide if a property is able to get a lot of lift.
That's awesome. That's great. What are some of the challenges, Krista, that you faced as a new investor?
Well, first of all, it was my mindset of thinking, I could never do this because I don't have extra money, and that no bank will ever lend to me because of my situation where I'm off of work a lot of time in between animation contracts. So first of all was getting into the community of other real estate investors. That helped me so much because you see other people doing it and you know it's possible. And so the mindset was first, and then the capital was the second. So um, not having a car, like just being resourceful and thinking like, what can I do? How can I make this work? Don't quit. Like keep going, figure out a way. Because I could have just given up so many times. And even with arbitrage, finding out like, oh goodness, like, yeah, that sounds like an easy way to make money and practice Airbnb from when I have a cottage, but I have to pay the first and last month's rent. I have to buy the furniture. So then shifting into co-hosting, there's always something you can shift into. And with the wholesaling, I'm gonna have to pay for Facebook ads, but I think it's max $20 a day. Um, but yeah, there's low cost ways to get in order to make connections. And I just post about everything I'm doing. Like I'm going to post this podcast on my social media. You know, I post everything I'm doing to show people because I want to attract partners, people that want to do this with me, people that think I would be a good fit with them, and show people what I'm doing. I want to inspire other people that don't know it's possible, that just work their job and think that's the best they can do in finances. And if people don't want to work very hard, I'm willing right now to work so hard for like, you know what I mean? Like a sweat equity, that's a thing. Like working to get where you want to go, and then I'm going to be trying to build teams under me. Like right now I have to wear many hats, but it's great because I'm learning the operations of my businesses. I'm learning everything. So when I have to train someone else, I know how I like to do it and how I want it done. And then I can build the teams underneath me as I'm eventually just want to be someone who's just looking for new projects, not actually working in the projects. But yeah, I have a big vision, and it's because I see other people when I'm in coaching programs. I see other people doing it, and just having the advice from the coaches and stuff instead of trying to do it all on my own and just talking to people in my life that aren't doing it. That makes like the biggest challenge ever, is just trying to do it by yourself and not joining any kind of community, not telling people what you're up to. Like I think posting on social media is very important so that other people know what you're up to. They see that it's possible. They might want to work with you. I've had people reach out, ask me how are you doing this? Like, how can I do it? Or um, I'm hoping that people will see me hosting someone else's Airbnb and think, oh, like maybe you could host my place as an Airbnb. Like they don't want to do the work, but yeah, just put yourself out there. Um, because I think I learned in one of my first coaching classes, like one of the first days, he was like, you have to start posting about real estate all the time. And I was like, I don't know anything about that. Like, that's crazy. I like, there's no way I'm posting about real estate. I have no experience, but I like 6 months later, I posted just a contest he was running, and I got so many people DMing me about like, what am I up to? So it's like, you never know who's interested until you put yourself out there. And I just want to meet as many people in the industry as possible. I just like Facebook requests, like anyone that has like real estate mutual friends with me, and I'm just trying to build up as big of a community as possible. I go to like every kind of Q&A thing I find advertised on any Facebook group. I join all the Facebook groups. Yeah, if I would have tried to just, I don't know, I think that would have been my biggest challenge, is just trying to do it on my own without help and without a community.
Definitely. I love that you recognize early that you need to invest in yourself first. So whether that's money or time, because like some of these things are free, but it's still not free because it's your time. That you could be working on something else. You could be doing your animation. You could be painting, right? But so that is time that you're investing in there. So you're doing that and investing yourself. I love at the beginning what you said too, So this is all around your mindset that I think is really important, and what, you know, makes you stand out. And I really think you're going to achieve everything. I know you're going to achieve everything you set out to do, because you said, I've done this before. I had a dream to be an animator, and I became an animator. I had a dream to become a painter, and I became a painter, right? I'm sure you had a dream to be a mom, right? And you became, and you're that mom, you're a mom. So why can't you? The same thing is, I have a dream to have these places around the world.
Mhm.
I know that I can do it because I've achieved other dreams before, right? So I think that is amazing. And I think that's something that everybody could learn from you on that. Another great thing that you're doing is you're looking at, how can I leverage one investment opportunity for multiple streams of income? So, I need paintings for the walls of these places. I'm a painter. I'll use this as my art gallery,
Yeah.
right? Which is amazing. Like you're doing the Turo, and I can see how you can like extend that Turo. Maybe you're gonna have a fleet of cars
Mhm.
before you know it. You just need a garage for them, but you know, to come with the short-term rental. So like you've got so many like great ideas on how you can have, just from that one investment, have it be multiple streams of doing things. And we talked yesterday about some ideas that I shared with you about, if people are running short-term rentals, affiliate marketing is a passive way of making money by using things that are in that, like tours in your area through via tours. We talked about, like, Amazon, buy this home, because items in the home that you furnish through Amazon, like create an affiliate marketing link for those things. Like, there's so many great ideas, and you've already started on those, looking that like one investment can be this multiple sources. So I think that is really, really exciting. I'm all about, leveraging those as much as possible. So I think it's really great. What is some advice that you would give, um, you know, aspiring, say someone that's just starting out, thinking about investing, but think that they can't do it?
Yeah. Oh, well, I would say definitely, like, just like you were saying, the tips you were giving me yesterday, it's just stuff you would never think of. Like, get around people that are already doing it, that have done it before, that can help you. And just don't quit. Like, if you have this dream, you have this dream for a reason. Keep going. Like, if you come up against a wall, think of a way to become resourceful and just go around it. Ask other people what they did, or what you can do. Like, people are willing to help. Like, I'm willing to help. Like, I will help anyone that asks me. You helped me so much yesterday. I couldn't stop writing down notes. Like, I learned so much from you. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many people out there willing to help, that can help. And even if it's to pay to get the help, that even is worth it, because then you have skin in the game and you're like less likely to quit. Like, if once you put money down, you're like, I'm doing this. Like, there were so many times where I was like, I'm gonna quit. Like, this is impossible. This isn't gonna work. But then I'm like, I paid for this course. It's gonna happen. Like, just putting that money in makes you more committed to actually getting the outcome, I think. And then surrounding yourself with people that are doing it, and maybe not, I don't know, your family and friends, because some of mine, when I was telling them what I was doing, they kind of talked it down. And I think it was coming from a loving place of, like, they're worried about me and maybe it's too risky, or they don't understand that it's possible. So don't let other people that don't understand it talk you out of your dream, and just talk to people that are doing it. And don't let anyone talk you out of it. And just, like, this is a great way to grow as a person, trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to be a real estate investor. Like, I'm growing so much. Like, I was so shy, and I'm on a podcast with you. Like, I'm putting myself out there, like, doing it messy. Like, just do it. Don't stop. Don't think it needs to be perfect. Absolutely not. Like, keep making decisions as fast as you can. Don't him and ha, and just don't burn yourself out either. Like, eat well, exercise, get sleep, make sure you keep your social life, go out in nature. Um, yeah, just don't burn yourself out, and just stick around a community of people that are doing what you want to do, like the people that are ahead of you, and then also be willing to bring people behind you, because helping others, teaching others is the best way to learn yourself. Because like I just volunteered to be a community partner in one of my coaching communities to help others, even though I only have one co-hosting property. I know there's some people out there that they don't even know how to get there first, and I can help them. And by answering their questions, I'm going to learn more. So just ask for help, offer help, stay in the community. I think that's my best advice. Invest in yourself and believe in yourself, believe in your dream. You have that dream for a reason. Don't quit.
Definitely. I love that. Another thing that you said earlier is that you do not intend to quit being an animator.
No way.
And there are people out there there are some people that just want to ditch their 9 to 5. They hate it. There are other people that love their job, and you can be both. You can with real estate investing, you can be doing it because you want to get out of your 9 to 5, or you can do it with your job, with your business, etc., because you can invest how much time you want. You set it up. And what I liked what you said earlier about working on the business rather than in the business. You set up your systems and processes so that you're spending more time with the creative ideas, with the ones where you can add value, and you're systemizing things and having things run itself, or have other people do it for you. So that's the business mindset that you already have. And a lot of people, again, starting real estate investing, need to understand that this is a business. It's not like stocks, like doing stocks. It's a business. So as soon as you get that first property, or that person, it's a business. And most people are not doing this because they just want one. They want to scale, they want to grow. And in order to do that, you need to think of it as a business and start right at the beginning with those processes in mind, with that business mindset in mind. So, Krista, I am so impressed with you. It's just like, I'm buzzing because I love meeting new investors that already there with that mindset. And I love that I guess it's because you're a creator, you're an artist. Your imagination is quite, open to ideas and how you can do things. But I think everybody's got that. You don't have to be a Krista, to do that. We all have a great imagination, and that we should use it to solve the problems that are out there. All right. So I really love that. And like you said, we do have, all of us have got well-intended family and friends that will poo-poo our ideas, that will say, because they think they're protecting you, but they've never done it. So how can they give you advice? So
Yeah.
surround yourself with similar mindset people, surround yourself with people that have done it, that have achieved what you want to achieve. All right. And then, and there is a great community. That's what I found with real estate investing. I think I haven't found any other community out there, business community out there, that has been like real estate investors, in that everybody is so supportive. Everybody's so free with advice and help. So get into those free, networks there's so many Facebook groups now. Just Google it, or go into Facebook and just put in keyword real estate investing, and
Yeah.
you'll find a whole bunch of free groups to join, and don't be afraid, like you said, meet other people, like reach out to people. They won't bite. They haven't bitten you, have you, there, Krista?
Oh, no.
So I love what you're doing, reaching out to people, getting out there, posting on social media. We all at some point will need to raise capital. But not only, even if you never need to raise capital, you'll be looking for a property manager, a good mortgage broker, a good accountant, etc. So you need to build that network. And even if you have no investments as yet, like you were saying, you need to tell people what your dreams are, what your plans are, what you're doing right now, what you've learned. There are things you can share that all are, people getting to know you. And you keep, as you grow, you keep sharing.
Yeah.
So, so that is awesome. After, what's your big dream, Krista? You're like worthy, like something that's, that big dream that when you get there, that you'll say, I'm a success.
Well, I already feel like a success, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm like totally. I feel like I'm not like, oh my gosh, this has to work or I'm screwed. It's more like all of this is a plus because I worked so hard on my dream to be an animator. Like I got to work on a feature film. I worked on the last Space Jam movie that came out with LeBron James, and I'm working on an amazing show on Disney Plus right now. And I like all of this is a bonus. This is for to a better lifestyle for my kids, but my ultimate dream is to have like resorts, hotels, have themes because I'm in animation and I want to have like theme resorts. Because when I was a kid, my family used to take us to West Edmonton Mall and they had these theme rooms. So that kind of inspired me. So I want to do like themes, like experiences. And I like almost started crying when I first started getting into this and I went on Airbnb and they launched like the icons thing. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's like these themes. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that is what I was thinking of doing. And it was just such a sign for me to keep going because like I would love to have any kind of like wild theme where a family could come and it's just magical because I love the magic of animation. I do face painting too. I love asking a kid what their favorite animal is, painting it on their face, and the look on their face when you hold the mirror up and they're like, so like, I just love the magical stuff. So if I could have like themed resorts, I love going to like spas. I would love just like spas, like resorts, hotels, spas, stuff like that, and all around the world so that I can go. And I would love to have like art shows in different places in the world. And my art is like for sale inside the rentals and then I'm also going there for an art show. So I don't know if any of that is possible,
Of
but I
course
already
it's possible. Of course it's possible.
you're the best. I love your attitude. You're so supportive. So knowledgeable. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So, Krista, how can people, what's your website that people can go to find out more about your hosting?
Rentmidterm.com.
Excellent. And we're going to, I'm going to edit this and put this into how to contact you. So it will be in this video of how to contact Krista. She's also on Facebook. What's your Facebook handle?
Krista Tunstead.
And are you on
Yeah,
Instagram?
I'm on Instagram. It's Krista Tunstead, but A's are B's. I switched the A's to B's. So it's like Krista Tunstead. I'm sure you'll have it written down, so
Yeah. Okay. Do you
apologies.
have a website for your art?
I do not have a website for my art, but yeah, because my plan was to make 6 gallery size paintings and then put them in a gallery and start selling them, but I only made 3 so far, and then I had one behind me in Zoom, and it was 2 wolves, and they were like this. It was kind of like a yin yang, and somebody saw it and they offered to pay for it, like they wanted to buy it. So I already sold that one. So now I'm like, I'll just have them in my rentals. I don't really have the plan right now. It's not my immediate plan to make a gallery showing. I'm more want to get Airbnbs and put them up in the Airbnbs.
Hmm.
Like you said, that's kind of like my gallery. And then so because just somebody seeing it in Zoom and wanting to buy it. Um, it was all like I got $1,300 in the PayPal for this painting, and they're in Florida. They just saw it on Zoom, and they were like, "I want that painting," and I was like sending it away. I had no, I wasn't, it wasn't even supposed to be for sale. I would just, So I know
Is
that
the
people,
one on your wall right now one of yours too?
yeah, I did that one too. So like, yeah, the last one was like white and black, kind of like that, but it was 2 wolves, so like a white wolf and a black wolf, and it was kind of a tribute to my dog who passed in April, Jimmy, who's like a sweet little Chihuahua Pomeranian, and yeah, it was. I have a lot of ideas for paintings, and I'm excited to mix my art and my real estate together, and my imagination, and just take that all the way.
Awesome. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to have the courage as a, novice investor to come on here and chat with me. I hope this will inspire other novice investors to reach out to me. This is a way to get yourself visible to the network, let people know what you're doing. Put your dreams out there. It's amazing how your dreams will come true. Your opportunities will just start flooding to you when you present it, when you let others know about it. So I think that is amazing thing that you're doing. Just to summarize some of the wonderful things I've heard you do, like the Turo idea, trying out something before from a car perspective, and then you've converted that to, the co-hosting, knowing that, okay, I can't get a cottage for myself right now, but what can I do? And that's that co-hosting part. Your plan to go into wholesaling so that you can start building that down payment, and you're learning as you go too. Um, and that is amazing. Investing in yourself is a big one, as you said. So there's no such thing as a free, a free property that using totally none of your money. You do have to invest in yourself to start with. And I think that's, one of the things you've advised, but just get started and start doing something. Open your imagination, which thing, and there's always a way to get something, a problem to solve, that with multiple ways of doing it that will work for you. So don't get discouraged if you're like, oh, I want this, but I can't have it. The can't isn't possible. I've always told my kids that can't isn't in the dictionary. So so you can't do it because you said so. So of course you won't be able to. So but you can. There are other means of doing it. And I love that, like okay, I can't have a property right now, but I can co-host for someone. Right. So and start building. So you're an amazing person, Krista. Love the mindset. Love what you're doing. Um, you know, I'm definitely, keep in touch. I'll help you with stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there. So reach out to Krista if you're an aspiring real estate investor. If you're a novice real estate investor, looking to go into short-term rentals, having the clue where to start. Like Krista has had a start to it, so she can definitely help there. If you're looking for someone to co-host for you, reach out to Krista. She's looking for clients there. But and if I know there are many like professional real estate investors have been doing it for a while that are always there to interested in helping young aspiring novice. And when I say young, I mean young in the real estate world.
Yeah.
So like the other thing is you can be young like Krista or you can be old like me, but it doesn't matter when you start, just start. I didn't start until I was 50.
Okay.
So so thank you so much, Krista.
Thanks for having me.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.